Hey guys, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed building video. Today we are doing my ideal 100 baby challenge home. Now, this is specifically home. It's not a mansion. It's not huge. Obviously I think at the end, when we're like 75 plus babies in, they're probably going to be in some luxurious mansion. But right now, this is still a home. It's a rather big home, but not a mansion. Wanted to clear that up first. So, this is obviously for my 100 baby challenge let's play. Vid challenge, is it let's play? I don't know. The thing I'm doing at the moment with, on the channel on a Wednesday. This home is kind of inspired for them. So, I'm hoping that Connie and her family can move in sometime soon. Does end up to be quite expensive. But I did want this to be still in Brindleton Bay. And I wanted it to be in an area where there's foot traffic. So this isn't, this is near the dog park and near the vets. So it's that kind of area. And because it's in that area, I wanted it to be in the kind of style of the other cats and dogs buildings. So I hope that by the end of it you do agree I've got the styling of this house correct. But who knows, I could be very far off. I don't think I am. I think I've got it down quite well. As you can see, it's quite a big house. It's quite a nice house. If I do say so myself. But this build video is quite long, so make sure that you've got a cup of tea or, cup of something, and maybe a bit of snack, because you are going to be here for a little while. Or I suppose you could just skip to the end, but please don't. Watch the whole thing. Thank you. So, here you go. I've built the exterior. It's like a two-level house, and I've done all the roofing. And at this point, I've realised that there's a bit of roof that I don't really like the look of, so I'm trying to cover it up with stuff. And for a while, I didn't know what to put on it. And then I've just decided that, a couple of the season's chimneys covers it up quite nicely. I was going to go with 3, but that just looked a bit weird. So I think 2 of them just there fits quite nicely. And I put them there because I was going to put a fireplace in, but I don't think I actually put a fireplace in. No, I don't think there is a fireplace. That can be in the next one. That can be in the mansion build. But yeah, because I wanted to do a new house, basically. And I want them to move to a different lot, because I think the idea of foot traffic to try and get a new man is probably a good idea for Connie. So yeah, and I definitely did want it to be, still in Brindleton Bay, so they don't have to move, pretending that, the kids don't have to move schools and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, that's why they're staying here. And, yeah, it's definitely got that kind of dark windows, dark roof vibe that I think the Brindleton Bay has. I feel that it has a lot of that. So I'm using quite a few base game objects, and quite a few cats and dogs, and I think some seasons windows as well. Oh, maybe not some seasons windows. Maybe it's just cats and dogs and base game. Oh no, wait, I think I could see a... What is that? Is that a, which game pack is it? Get Together. I think a couple of them are Get Together as well. But I wanted to try and, keep with that dark wood, but not always use the arched windows. And of course, doing the interior kind of floor plan, so that I don't put too many windows in, because I'm a sucker for putting too many windows in, or at the very least, fearing that I'm putting too many windows in. So upstairs you saw that there were 3 big rooms and 2 small rooms. 2 small rooms are bathrooms. The 3 big rooms are bedrooms. And then down here, the living space is pretty much open plan, with the stairs and that little half wall as like a bit of a divider. And then the other rooms downstairs are going to be the master bedroom, a kind of nursery, and a toddler room, and another bathroom. So actually thinking about it, this 100 baby home only has 3 bathrooms, which potentially is a bit of a flaw, but I'm sure we'll find that out in, I don't know, 50 episodes time when I can finally afford this house. Hopefully not that long, but you know, we will see. So I quite like the idea of having like a bit of a porch around the front, and a bit of a decking out the back. I think it looks, you know, I wanted to make sure that the outside looked nice, because I think sometimes with 100 baby homes, you know, it's very functional, you know, the outside doesn't look great, and the inside you kind of put things where you can to, you know, so that you can do everything. But I wanted this house to not only be functional, but look nice, and also sit really nicely in the place it's situated. So I wanted it to be very much the, you know, typical of this Brindleton Bay area. Yes. I'm not sure what to say now. What to talk about? I found it difficult here, actually, matching the right windows, because obviously I wanted a window in both the bathroom and the little nursery downstairs, but they're both so close together, and it looked weird. So I think the sides of this house do look a little bit odd. And there does end up actually being a lot of blank space at the back of the house, which, maybe I should have put some, like, more moss and ivy and stuff over it, but no, I think I do quite like how it ends up looking, but potentially I should have gone a different route. But, you know, obviously this house will be available on the gallery, and you can use it as a 100 baby home if you so wish. If not, use it as just a big family home. And if you want to fix anything up, do so. It's going to be linked down below, and obviously you can find it using from my username on there, my gallery ID even. It's not a username, it's an ID, which is Mother Sheep Games. So, yes, there we go, babbled a bit. And there you go, the exterior is now getting its wallpaper on. And I didn't want it to be just plain, like, one, like, wallpaper, and even just, like, 2 seemed a bit strange. So I've gone with cats and dogs, like, roofing wallpaper, which I don't normally use, but I think actually works really well here, in this kind of area. It's the white kind of shingles, and then I've got there's some stonework and some blue paneling, and altogether I think they look actually really nice. So there you go, I went around and put doors in, and I put an arch from the master bedroom into the little nursery, so that, you know, the matriarch can easily go from having a nap to sorting out the babies. And now, obviously, what do I choose for the wallpaper? And I thought I'd go with the brand new wallpaper that we got from the recent patch update that everyone got, because I think that plain white trim with the peach kind of colour is gorgeous, and especially when I could put in the living room kind of space, I could put the lovely, gorgeous, like, leaf pattern. And I think it just looks glorious. It's wonderful. I love it. There we go. And then when, like, I wanted all the rooms, all the bedrooms, to have, like, a nice base kind of wallpaper or colour, and then to have, like, a feature wall. I do love a feature wall, just because sometimes I think that things look a bit plain without them. But I was having trouble in that little, like, the toddler room downstairs. I wasn't sure what to do, so I was like, let's move on to another room. And I was going to put the jungle adventure tiles in all the bathrooms, but then thought that was probably a bit much. So 2 of the bathrooms upstairs, so just have a very white plain wall, so that I can put whatever furniture in there I fancy. And then moving on to the bedrooms upstairs. This is going to be, I don't know, I wouldn't particularly gender any route. I don't know how I'd like describe each of these rooms. They kind of, I'll probably just end up describing them as they're wallpapered. So this is like, that was the bright blue room, and this one's going to be quite a, like, the dark room, the dark blue room, because I've never noticed that there's actually a wallpaper that goes with that sparkly wallpaper before. I don't know why I'd never noticed that before, I just hadn't. So there we go, and some flooring, actually some cats and dogs flooring, because when you're in Brindleton Bay, you might as well use the cats and dog stuff, huh? Yeah, and I think I've carried that through most of the bedrooms, except for the toddler's room and the nursery, because I thought, you know, small feet, you know, small people, they probably want some carpet, but upstairs the bedrooms have wooden floorings, and I put rugs in there, because I personally prefer a wooden floor and a rug. Just my personal preference. But there we go. Obviously, I was having a right look around here. Every which angle. And there we go. I've decided that it's time to do the hedges. Because there was a house on this lot originally. I can't remember what it was called. Actually, it's right there, isn't it? At the top. Left-hand side of my screen. Domus... I can't say that. Fairlands? Anyway. That house was here before, and it had these really nice hedges round the side of the house, and well, definitely looked like the Granite Falls kind of bits of path and stuff, and I really liked that idea, so I thought I'd, you know, pay homage to the house that was here before us, and put some hedges down and use that same kind of path that I never actually used. I don't know why I hadn't thought to use it before, but it looks lovely. And then, of course, around the back, we've got to make sure that we have some foliage, some trees with some nice bits and bobs. And I think I thought about putting a pool in there for a second, but realised that actually I don't want them to have a pool, not yet anyway, and that will just make it even harder for my current 100 Babies family to afford the lot. So I'm going to leave that out for now. And then do it a bit later. I thought about having this kind of bit of tiled area around the back, and then just decided against it. It just looked a bit weird, and yeah, decided let's not do that. No. But I thought, you know, swing set and some planters out the back would be good, along with a barbecue and a little bit of seating, a little bit of outdoor seating. Just looks lovely. I think that's pretty much how I leave the garden. There's lots of space open, so that in the future I can use, you know, the space as I wish, as, you know, anyone has any specific skills that they want to get up or anything like that. So, and I'm moving on to the kitchen, and I definitely wanted this kind of, the back bit to be the kitchen, because I thought it was too narrow to be like a living space or something, but works perfectly as a kind of smaller, kind of more narrow galley kitchen-esque section, especially since there aren't any windows back here, because, you know, kitchens don't necessarily need a window, so I thought we would be good. And I've used like a mix of things, but mostly the Parenthood stuff, and I'm trying ever so carefully to make sure that these cabinets fit nicely above the fridge without thinking I don't really need a cabinet above the fridge. Later realise I don't need a cabinet above the fridge. They all drop back down again. Wonderful, well done. There you go. I went, yeah, that makes more sense. I did try and do that then. I think I'd get rid of that second. Yeah, there we go. That's gone. I hide the smoke alarm up there. I generally do that actually. If I put cabinets on top of fridges, I just hide the smoke alarm there, because you don't need to access it, and otherwise it just looks a bit boring on a wall. So there we are. We've gone straight in with the sink, tea maker, bread bin, and I think I was trying to find like a bag of coffee, but couldn't find any. And I was like, I swear that there's a bag of coffee somewhere, but maybe it's in like a maybe it's in the by debug mode. But I didn't want it that desperately. So we just got the tea and the fruit bowl. I wanted there to be a nice assortment of things around the kitchen to make it homely. So, you know, you've got the pots and pans, utensils, knives, all that kind of stuff. And I thought a nice breakfast table in the kitchen would be lovely. I had thought I'd put another like a table in the house. I don't end up with enough space. So the breakfast table's the only table, but I do think that's quite nice. And I think it fits with the kind of family that that I have in my 100 baby challenge. You know, they all like doing their own thing, but you know, eating together I think is a good thing. You know, it's nice. And then I thought, hey, I know what I want. I want laundry. Yes, eventually I do want laundry in my 100 baby challenge, because I think it's going to make it a little bit harder. Which, of course, I need it to be harder. What's hard enough about, you know, raising 100 children? Nah, too easy. Let's add laundry. Do I end up actually putting laundry baskets everywhere? I don't know. I can't remember. I've potentially added laundry machines and no baskets. We'll have to watch and see. And then obviously just decorating that area with the, you know, detergent and some folded towels and stuff. And then having a nice mirror and side table near the back door. Oh, I love making houses that are homely and have all those bits of decoration. This is most definitely my favourite kind of home to build. The one that's just nice and cosy and lovely. And I was gonna kind of have a very square set living area, but I decided that just looked a bit odd with the space that we had, so I've just put all the living space on an angle, and I think it ends up looking quite nice and makes the room feel a bit more interesting, because it is all just open, and I think putting this on an angle has actually just made it, you know, more interesting and just nicer to be in. Got the nice big shaggy rug, along with the coffee table. The new coffee table. It's gorgeous. Nice. Oh, I was gonna say trees. A nice new pot plant. I'm enjoying all the new free stuff that came with the update. Loving it. And I haven't forgotten to put a art easel in there, because it's gorgeous. And very necessary in a 100 baby challenge home, when mainly you get your money from painting, gardening, or writing books. I suppose you could do woodworking as well, but that's probably about it, since you can't get a job. And then curtains in as a must, and I've remembered the umbrellas, because it's always nice to be able to actually pick the umbrellas that your Sims are going to use, since they use them quite so often. And then this section, I wasn't quite sure what to do with this section, but I put, you know, another pot plant there, made it look quite nice, and just some storage, because with that many kids you're going to need like a million towels and, you know, places to put nappies and all that kind of stuff, so just a bit of storage. And then I decided that this bit was just a bit odd and I didn't know what to put here, so I've decided that this area is kind of the children's like play area that's downstairs, so they don't always have to be upstairs out of the way all the time. And actually with the 100 baby challenge I find it much easier to have the kids and toddlers and stuff in kind of a more central place so that I can keep an eye on them, because sometimes I just forget about them and then suddenly it'll pop up being like, so and so is extremely hungry, feed them or they'll be taken away. So if they're, you know, nearby, always better. But yeah, and add in a picture frame and all sorts. A picture frame? It's not a picture frame, it's a mirror. What am I on about, picture frame? Nope. But that's about it for that main living space. We're now onto bedrooms, and first off is the little nursery, which I think, personally, is gorgeous. So we've got 2 little cribs, because getting triplets is rather rare, so I thought, you know, twins is probably going to be it. If you do end up with triplets, then you can always just like delete some of the stuff, or, you know, put the other one in the master bedroom. So there's plenty of things that you can do to sort it out, and I thought a plant in there would look nice. So it's just quite simple, but then again, you know, babies don't need that much, do they? No. Oh, we've got at least 1 laundry basket. Woohoo. Not forgotten entirely. Downstairs, the bathroom is very just basic. there isn't a bath downstairs. So if you're going to wash the toddlers, you have to go upstairs to one of those two bathrooms up there. But that's fine, you know. Hopefully you'll have some teens and they can help. And then downstairs, this is the master bedroom. I quite like the kind of grey, white ombre wall. I think that's quite cool. Quite like it. And I thought that bed fit, the four-poster bed fit quite nicely around it. And then, you know, you've got to have a dresser and some mirrors and a bit of artwork. And do I put a chair or something in the corner? Oh, an ottoman at the end of the bed. I'm quite liking doing that recently. What have you guys noticed? I think I've done it in my past few houses. And then, of course, a rug. And I think that's it for the master bedroom. You know, bedrooms don't have to be too excessive. But, you know, it's nice, and I think it's quite romantic down there. So, lovely. Yeah. 3 toddler beds. Now, I know that I could end up with more than 3 toddlers at a time. If so, I will sort it. Can you see how much of a faff I'm having to deal with to get those curtains in the right place? They did not want to snap up there at all. I think that's the only set of curtains that have done that quite that badly. But there we go. And I've got a nice, you know, curtain that seems to be pulled back. And imagine that, you know, you untie it and it falls across the entire room. Entire window. And then some rugs, because even though it's carpets, I do quite like having rugs. And 3 little toddler toilets. I don't particularly like the word potty, so toddler toilet is the way I'm going to go. Some little chairs and little end tables that you can put the little tablets on there, and a couple of little blocks and things. And that's about it. For the little toddler room, I think I wanted to have like another... I want the rugs to go together quite nicely. I thought there was like a 3 of these rugs, but no, it was just the square ones, so... But there you go. I think that was quite nice. And downstairs is all done. We've now moved upstairs. This is the first of the 3 upstairs rooms. And this is the only upstairs room that has 3 beds in it. Because I wanted to have enough beds upstairs so that if you had 7 teenagers / children at the same time, the house would work. So there's 7 single beds upstairs. I wasn't going to put any double beds in because my teenagers are not going to be getting up to any mischief. They are just going to be working hard at getting their A grades so they can be aged up and leave and count towards the total. So yeah, just single beds. I think I've put some nice decorations up, some nice plants, and, you know, got a couple of wardrobes and things up and about, and, you know, all looks really nice. And I didn't want to go too matchy-matchy with the furniture and things. Too matchy-matchy, and I get just a bit like, oh, that looks rubbish. So I like having the kind of multiple shades of things. I thought I'd put a little desk in here with a little, you know, journal. Because I'm sure at least one of my children will get angry and need to vent into a book. So there we go. And there we are. Another rug. And that room is done. Onto the light blue room. And I think I start putting 3 beds in this room and then realise after a while that I don't actually need 3 beds. So, yeah, there you go, 3 beds. The middle bed is going to disappear. There we are. But I wanted each of the rooms to have a different kind of, a bit of a different style and decorated a bit differently. Not just with, you know, the wallpaper, but with what goes on the walls and that kind of thing. So each of them are a bit different. Because, you know, all the children are going to be a bit different, and yeah. I love that. I love that painting. Or poster, whatever, that goes on the wall. It's brilliant. I thought I'd put the little scientist table upstairs because, you know, if you're going to work on skills, then that's a brilliant table to have to get their mental skill up. So I thought that was great. Oh, there you go. Put hampers. Yes, I did remember them. Yes, hampers are great. And then some curtains. And I think that's about it. Oh, a little toy set and a Drago. There we go. And a rug. And that room's done as well. Lovely. Oh, wait, except for deleting that middle bed. That's the only thing that's left in that room. And there we are. Remembered there. Okay. So that's alright. So we now have 5 beds upstairs, and we've only got 2 left. And I thought I would make this room a cats and dogs themed room. So all the furniture in here is going to be from the cats and dogs stuff pack. I think a couple of things are from the My First Pet stuff pack. I think it's like I think I put the desk in there with the chair. I think that's it. So obviously, if you download this house and you don't have that pack, which I don't blame you for not having, you know, I'm not going to hold it against you, but I think those will be the only things that disappear from the house. So everything else should be in this house except for that little table, and obviously the computer will disappear as well. So yeah, I decided to put a computer in that room because, you know, I think one computer in the whole house is too few, but I didn't want to have too many. So yeah, just doing the bathrooms upstairs. They're both very basic. I think I've tried to use different packs in each of the bedrooms so that they look just a bit, not bedrooms, in the different bathrooms, so they look a bit different, and I've kind of gone for slightly different colours in each of them, partly so that when I tell Sims to go to which toilet or which shower, I know that they're not going to attempt to go to the same one, and then be like really embarrassed for the rest of the day and just not, you know, function properly. It's just like a colour-coded system to help me feel a bit better. And then I put some seating upstairs, just as kind of like a bit of a landing, chill out space, because I wasn't sure what else to put there, basically. I didn't want to put too many tables, too many desks. There's the other computer. I didn't want to put too many things about. And then I put a keyboard and a guitar, so that, you know, they can work on some more skills. And the tapestry, and that's it. We're into the screenshots. I really hope you enjoy this build, that you've enjoyed this build, guys, and I really hope that you think it's in keeping with the Brindleton Bay kind of vibe. Please let me know down in the comments if, you know, A, you like it, and B, you think it fits in Brindleton Bay. Don't know why I couldn't say that. Yeah, tell me if you like it. I think it's great. I love it. I love this. This living room is my favourite bit, I think. Which is a bit weird to think this small little living room is my favourite, but it is. I think it might just be because of the new wallpaper. So here's the kitchen and the like little dining space. I think it fits quite nicely into this little nook. The little space for the kids to play. The master bedroom, looking quite nice and grown up compared to the rest of the house. It looks very grown up. The little nursery, which is perfect for just some little children. It's like, oh. Downstairs bathroom. Yeah. Toddler room. I think the only issue with this room is if you have more than 3 toddlers at once. You'll just have to rejig things a bit, but that's alright. Upstairs landing area. You can potentially want some more artwork on the wall, but, you know, there is a easel downstairs so you can get your sim to paint some things for you. First bedroom upstairs. Oh, I love it. I think it's got just enough stuff in it to make it look wonderful. The second bedroom upstairs. Oh, those curtains seem to be glitching through the top a bit. Are those curtains too tall? Weird. The third bedroom. And then I think we're going to move on to the 2 bathrooms and then the floor plans. So I hope that you really have enjoyed this video, guys. If so, please, you know, thumbs up, give me a like, comment down below, you know, what bit you liked, what bit you didn't like, if it does fit with the theme of Brindleton Bay. And, you know, subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys later. Bye!